Okay, next up we have the QM Wedge, which we can see there's a wedge forming here. Um, Typically, it doesn't matter how many peaks you have. You can have 1, 2, 3, 4. As long as you see the wedge and the breakout of the wedge, you're going to look for that QM level below. Okay. Now you could have also a triangle where you have a point here, and a point here, and that's just extra confluence because now you have two trend lines forming. Now on the QM wedge, typically I like to see 1, 2, and then as the entry for my third tap, okay? And then I have obviously my trend line here. I mean my QM level here, okay? So let's take a look at an example. And remember, this is a bullish wedge in the opposing would be a bearish, obviously, okay? Am I recording? I just want to make sure I'm recording. I think I'm recording, okay. New share. Let's take a look at a live example. Okay, so here we have 0.1, 0.2, and 0.3. We have the low, high, lower low, higher high, price returns. We also have a 1, 2, 3, 4 pattern here. So you can also draw a trend line like this to see the movement of the market, right? This is just a confluence. So it doesn't matter how you draw this. You could really just draw it any way you like. Okay, so we can see we're making higher lows, and then now we've broken out of our wedge. Okay, you could even draw this to here if you want. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, it's just giving you the idea of the zone. Okay, so we can see the wedge and then the breakout. Okay, this is on a 15-minute chart. So all you have to understand is where the market is making its lower highs at and its higher lows. It doesn't have to make the higher lows. It could just be this, right? It could just be these lower highs here and then breakout, pullback, entry on the QM. Okay. Like that. Price taps right into it and then moves. Okay. Now, a good thing to point out is so when you have the QMI principles, okay, so QMI is just, it's basically a fake move, right? It's a liquidity idea. So for example, if I have a breakout and then I have something like this, hold on, let me redraw that. So if I have a breakout, then a pullback here to the break and retest level, right? I want to be entering below this. Okay, so for example, let's see if I can redraw this better. There we go. Okay, so instead of entering at the break and retest zone, I'm waiting for this to get taken, right? I'm waiting for this to get taken and then having my entry here. So I can combine the setup as a wedge, right? Like that. And I'm just waiting for this break and retest to get taken out. Okay, unless I have our other setup model here. Okay, this is also one of my favorite setups if I'm taking a reversal play, because this is a reversal type play. It's not a continuation. So yeah, right here is a reversal play. Okay, now again, when I label things reversal and continuations, the core elements of those setups are based on continuations and reversals. If you're in an uptrend and you see a QM, you don't have to have the trend line, right? You don't have to have it. That's just a confluence that's added to it. You can take a QM in the direction of the trend, okay? Because it's a continuation, right? But you have to understand. So for example, if you're not at the objective, like where we anticipate price going to, and you see a QM in the middle of a trend, right? A bullish QM in a bullish trend, you can take that. Now, if you see a continuation and then you see a bearish QM in an uptrend in the middle of the range, you don't want to be taking that, right? You want to wait till your target is met because it becomes higher risk. You are subject to manipulation at that point. So for example, if I have an uptrend, okay, and then I see, sorry, let me draw this. And let's say our target zone is way, way up here. Okay, I don't want to be entering this QM here. I don't want to be entering that because we're still in the middle of the trend. I'm subject to getting stopped out. Okay, yes, price can react and you possibly can get that reversal, but I'm not going to take that trade. I'm going to wait until my actual destination is hit for the highest probability setup. Okay, so I'm not just playing it just because there's a QM there. Okay, and this could easily turn into a manipulated move like that. Okay, so what I mean by this is there's also QM fakeouts, which I'll show that model in another video. But in a QM fakeout, you'd be looking to buy. But once we've hit our destination, look at how the QM buy is taken out and the QM sell is taken out. So it doesn't make any sense. Instead, now I have an actual reason to enter at this QM level. Okay, so I'm not taking a buy from here, and I'm not taking a buy from here, and I'm not taking a sell from here. Okay, I'm waiting till the destination is met.